Hi, Stronger Seniors. Ann Pringle Burnell here, and I just wanted to hop on here and just let you know that I'm really grateful that you are part of the membership community. We love having you as members. We hope that you are sticking to the programs and using the videos, the various workouts that we put up there. And we just wanted to say thanks for being part of the family. If you have any feedback for us or requests that you would like to see, please get in touch with us and we will put one out for you. We are happy to answer any of your questions or take any of your suggestions online. So thank you for any feedback you have for us. Thank you so much. Hi, Stronger Seniors. Ann Pringle Burnell here. And today we're going to be doing a lot of lower body strength training, flexibility training. And that's because the lower body is the key to our staying independent as we get older. So let's work out. And this workout is designed even if you have some, knee flexibility issues or any kind of orthopedic issues. I'll give you some modifications that you can still strengthen those legs without hurting the knees, without hurting your back, hopefully. So anyway, we're going to get started, and there's going to be a lot of little choices to make along the way. Let's get warmed up. So inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, pull them down. Inhale, stretch up, and here I'm trying to lengthen the spine from the tailbone all the way to the top of my head. So stretch up, get taller through your waist, and one more time. And get taller. Great. So plant those feet. You're going to start to peel down, head nod, roll forward, just until you feel a stretch, and then you're going to peel back up from the waist, the chest, and then the head. And maybe from moving that head, you feel a little bit disoriented, so you want to make sure that you wait a moment till that blood flow comes back. And so peel down, reach and stretch your low back and come back up. And then wait a moment, shake it out. Let's do one more. And you can do it a little bit like this to keep your head long in line with the spine and also not drop the chin, right? So you can do it flat back like this too. All right, good. So we get the back warmed up. Now we're going to open up the hips a little bit and warm up here. We're going to go over to one side and over to the other side. Let's do that again, back and forth, a little stretch. If you don't have tight hips, you might not feel this if you don't have a tight lower back. But it's good to get this movement in before we do the exercises. Walk those feet back in. Let's tap those toes. Really pulling the toes up. So not just tapping like a little inch or so, but making sure that you're lifting those toes up. And can you feel it right there in the front of your ankle? Front of your shin, really important muscle. And if it's starting to feel too much, you can walk your feet out and still do the tapping from here. It's a bigger angle, gives you more space to work those ankles. We're going to do one more set, okay? Five, 6, 7, 8. Good. And we're going to lift our heels up and point the toes and relax. Do that 2 more times. Lift the heels and relax. 1 more time and stretch the front of the ankle. All right. Let's take it to a little march. You can do this standing too, but we are going to stand up and do some load-bearing exercises later. Right? So march. Let those elbows swing. And breathe deep. Nice and easy. Okay, so We've got that rhythm. Let's take those legs a little wider. And march it back in. This is not fast, right? It's slow, so you have time to pick up your whole foot and put it down again. Let's march it wide again. Sit up tall. Breathe in, breathe out, and back together. Okay, so now we're going to just tap the foot side, side. So we're opening up the hip a little bit, trying to stay nice and lifted in the chest, and side. Make sure you're not turning the knee in like that, right? Okay, but you are tapping side, side. So make sure you're opening the knee as well. Okay, sitting up tall, we're going to just fan those arms in and rotate. So we have a little arm movement with our hip abduction. And we make it more fun, right? Now we can take those hands up a little higher and bring them to the chest. Maybe when you open your palm to the side, you feel a little stretch in those shoulders. Good, let's go back down to the belly button. You can do a little head turn if you want. Just getting that whole body warmed up. And up to chest height again. You feel your heart rate getting up a little bit higher. Okay, good. Now we're just going to wave side to side and then lower the arms down. And we're going to go back up again. And back down. You know, when they used to like wave lighters at rock concerts, now everybody waves their phone. They're just copying us, you know. Anyway, they don't allow people to bring lighters in anymore. So, one more time, let's wave side to side and we'll get that whole body warmed up. So reaching up just as high as you can, okay? And then get those shoulders working. You know, it's all connected, all interconnected. So when I say lower body, we really have to work the whole body. Okay, and then let's turn them in again. Like you have a little dancing partner, and then you can look left and right. And I hope your spine feels great. I hope your hips feel great. And this little warm up where we get everything moving and the blood flowing. 2 and 1. All right, excellent work. We're going to scoot a little forward on your chair. We're going to put the heel down on one leg, okay? Hands mid-thigh and sit up tall and then just lean and tilting. I came to this position because I can feel a stretch right in the back of my leg, my glutes, and my lower back. So I'm going to sit up. 2 more stretches down. One more. Oh, yes. This is a great stretch to get up that whole back side of the body. So keep your toes pulled towards you. All right, so lift them up towards the ceiling. Mid-thigh stretch. Hold for a moment. Don't hold your breath, just hold the stretch. 2 more. And let's do that again. Awesome. Okay, scoot back in the chair. We're going to alternate lifting the feet up. So we're going to extend the knee. So I'm trying to keep my shoulder blades back on the chair and stretch up. So we're engaging our quad muscles here on the top of the thigh. I have a little back support because I'm all the way back in the chair. So these are some easy leg exercises, right? If you want to make them a little bit tougher, you could grab some ankle strap weights, put them on your ankles. But we are going to progress into a little bit more load. Just want to get those quads warmed up. All right. So now we're going to just take this foot up and we're going to pulse it up, up, up. So I'm doing very gentle pulse. And I can feel my muscle here if you touch it. It's like 4 muscles here, quadriceps, the word quad, right? Oh, let's do it a little bit more. 6, 5, 4, squeezing, 3, 2, point those toes to the ceiling, and 1. Oh, great job. Let's do the other side. Flex your foot and keep lifting. So I'm kind of going from a slightly bent knee to straight. Pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, little pulses, 2, and 1. All right. So how did that feel? Okay. So we're going to hang on to the side of the chair, wherever you have. We're going to lift both feet up. So we're going to touch our heels together and our toes. Heels, toes. Heels, toes. Heels, toes. Working into the hips. You might feel some stretching on the back of your calves. They might be saying, hello, like mine are. Heels and toes. Come on, keep going. Heels, toes. Heels, toes. Hold them up there. Yeah. 2 and 1. Good, let's bring them down. We're going to go ahead and stretch that out. Open your feet up and your knees and stretch over to one side. If your back didn't like that when you have both of your feet up, you can do that alternating one foot up and turning it in and out. Go back over to this side and over to this side. One more time, let's stretch and stretch again. Okay, good. So we're going to go ahead and march. 1, 2, 3. Tap out to the side. Getting ourselves warm again. And you can use this workout just as a lower body mobilization workout. You can use just the first half of it, you know, if you're feeling very, let's say if you took a long drive or took a long plane trip somewhere and your low back and your hips are like, ugh, will I ever be mobile again? Right? They're just tight. So you can just do this, you know, as a way to get some strength and mobility in those hips and lower body, right? 2 and 1. Good. Now we're just going to tap side to side, which we did before, right? And we're going to reach overhead. So I'm getting a little bit of those side waist muscles, side hip muscles, tap and reach. You don't have to go all the way up. You can just go halfway, stretching long. I like to think of it from pinky toe to pinky finger. You're stretching away from each other, right? Okay, we're going to introduce a little rotation, so we're going to reach across, and you can kind of turn away from the foot. Stay nice and tall. Breathe deep. Good, let's go overhead again. Getting a full body with those hips. Relax. Breathe deep, reach across. Good, you feel all those muscles warming up. 4, 3, 2, let's do 4 more up. 4 across. The other side of the
4
chair.
up.
And we will reach that foot out. 4 across
on
the
the
chair.
chair,
Rotate
and
and
back on the
reach.
chair.
And 2 more sets. Breathe deep. Oh yeah, feels good. And 1 more. And reach across. Excellent work, you guys. Let's just take a big deep breath in. We're going to grab some water before we move on into the next little strength training exercise. So come on up, or if you have your water nearby, you can do that. So let's get started again. I'm going to do a little bit of seated, and I'm going to show a standing option for these, okay? So we're going to work the outer hip. So what we're going to do is take this foot out to the side and hold on to the chair here, okay? So I'm kind of leaning a little bit away from my foot, and then I'm going to reach the hand up in the air. So I'm going to lean back on the chair with my shoulder and pull here. 1, 2, okay? So it's working that hip, those abs, and then a standing version of this would be come to the side of the chair and lean a little bit away from that toe that's reaching out and pull up, okay? So whether you're seated or standing, make sure you have a good, the other hand is hanging onto the chair at some place, okay? I'm going to show the seated one, but you're welcome to do both. You can do the standing for the first set, seated for the next set, just to try them both, right? Okay, here we go. I'm leaning on the back of the chair. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 4 more. 9, 10, 11, 12. And come forward and stretch. Either way, if you're standing or seated. Nice work. So if you were standing, walk yourself over to the other side of the chair, and we will reach that foot out. Lean on the chair. You can lean back on the chair. Okay, pull in the abdominals, and hips. 6. Exhale. 7, 8, 9, we're there. 10, okay, 11, 12, and let's come up and stretch it out. How did we do on that? Okay, if you need to do it smaller, go ahead and do that smaller. I'm going to change positions this time on the second set, so I'm going to come up and show the standing one, but you guys are welcome to do either or. Step this foot close to the chair and then lean away. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Standing hip is getting a workout too because it has to stabilize, right? 2 more. 1, 2, let's come upright, stretch. Flat back. All right, shake it all out. And you're gonna set up on the chair like you did before. Remember, you lean to the back of the chair and hold on to the side. Reaching here, ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're also getting an added benefit of our waist tightening there on the side. 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's put those feet down and stretch it out. Nice work. Good. Stick your tail out and stretch it. All right. So we're going to come up to a standing position. I'm going to show. This would be preferably standing. If you cannot even stand for just a couple of the minutes, you're going to go back to tapping side, right? And if you want to add a little arms to it, you can pump. So that is your, exercise. If you cannot, come around to the back of the chair. All right. Start with feet together and hold on, and you're going to lift out, out. So similar exercise, but we're not touching that foot to the floor. If you want to see it, without the chair, but I would be holding it here, right? This is such a great exercise to do. It helps our balance, helps outer thighs, helps weight transfer, like I'm shifting from side to side. It doesn't have to go very high. Are you feeling it yet? I am. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just bend the knees here, kind of alternate, march, shift hips side to side. So if you were just seated for that one, great. You're still working those outer hips a little bit. We're going to do 2 on each side. So you would just sit and just do 2 toe taps and 2. But we're going to lift if we're standing, okay? So same exercise basically, just 2 reps on each leg. Okay, feet together, they start, and we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And if you're seated, you're doing tap, tap. So tap, tap, right? Tap, tap. Let's keep this going. We do want to keep this working, getting stronger in those hips. So if you can do this little standing work, it's 4 exercises. So, really not that long. And you can also modify and do a seated one if you need to. Like we have only 4 more reps. And 2 and 1. Okay, I hope you could feel that. Go ahead and do that little walk where we shift our hips side to side. All right. Okay, so the next 2 exercises are lunges and squats. So these, if you're seated, let me give you a little bit of just a modification. And at this point, you would sit mid-chair and tap heel. Okay, so it's just to keep you moving because we're going to be doing back lunges. So we're going to hold onto the chair, step pretty close in, and then I'm going to step back and just dip the knee down. So I'm trying not to put my heel down and back, okay? Step back and up. Step back and up. Do a little dip there just to where you're comfortable and you don't feel pain in your knees, right? So if you go to a lower position and you're like, my knees don't like that, just keep it up a little higher than here, right? So we're just doing a little sinking, sink while the chest is upright. Good. Sink, sink, alternating lunges, right? Sink. You guys can face the tablet or the computer, wherever you're watching from. And we're going to keep continuing these back lunges as we get stronger and stronger. Okay, take a break, do your little salsa walk. All right, we're going to do something, just a little challenge here. And if you're seated again, you can just do those heel taps. Step back in your lunge and hold it. Keep your heel lifted. Stay here and we're going to dip and lift. So I'm just doing a little dip, because I want to kind of load those legs. 5, 6, 7, 8. The chair's right here. 9. You're just going straight up and down. 10, 11. How are we doing? 12. Step up and in. Shake it out. All right. You can feel that overload, right? Let's do the other leg. Step back. Try not to just do it here, but try to open those feet a little bit. Let's start at the low position and lift and dip. 3. Good. I'm just trying to keep some weight on both legs. Like you want to stay evenly between the back leg and the front leg, right? 7, 8. Guess what? We only have 4 more. Loading. 3, 2, 1 more. Step in. Shake it all out. All right. If you guys want to get another drink of water, please do so. It's a longer workout today. All right. Our next one is going to be squats. And I'm going to use the chair to lower to, okay? And some of us will be able to lower to touch the chair, and some of us will not be able to. Okay? So we're gonna go here in front of the chair, and this is a little targeted way that I tell my students all the time, but if your legs aren't strong and you're like, well, I can't do like really a set and then another set, it's just too much. Every time you go to sit to have a meal, you're going to do sit 1, halfway sit 2, halfway sit 3, and then you're going to go all the way down. So you can just go all the way down to sit. So at least you're getting some built-in squats in your day, okay? So let's start at the top, because it's easier to just see what our range of motion is, okay? So to show from the side, I'm going to sit back like there's a chair behind me, right? So I'm going to stick my hips back, okay? So make sure you are hinging and those hips are going back towards the chair, okay? You're not just, all right, let's do our dips. 5, 4, and the arms might reach up a little bit to counterbalance. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. So that's all we're doing is these little half squats. If you can go as low and brush the chair with your hips, that's great too. We have 2 more sets of these. This is not very much, all right? 5. Oh, I felt the chair, right? 4. But if it's hurting your knees, you don't go that low. 3, 2, 1. Come on up and shake it out. Okay? So we are going to do 1 more little set. Don't feel bad if you cannot touch the chair today. Okay? Range of motion is not our goal here. I mean, it's really loading with body weight. Okay? And if you are seated, I'm sorry, you can just do a little tap to the corners to keep your legs moving during the segment, or pause it and go forward. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, come on, 2, and 1. That might be as low as you go. All right. Shake out those legs, everybody. Great job. Let's go stretch. So we're going to take a seat, okay, and we're going to stretch our back of our legs and our front of our legs. So what we want to do is turn to the side, hold the back of the chair, and drop this leg down. So get that quad stretched. You can take this arm up, and maybe you feel a stretch on the whole front side of your body. If you're taller people and your knee is actually on the floor, take it out to the side a little bit. All right, let's go to the other side. We're just going to release the hip flexor and take the foot back, hold onto the chair, Lift that arm up, a little bit of yoga. Excellent. And come facing front. All right, so I'm gonna cross the ankles, and then I'm just gonna grab my pants, or if you need some help, you can grab a towel and put it over your foot, but you can just pull this foot up over your knee. And then what if it doesn't go up over the knee, right? Well, come forward on the chair, cross the ankles, and give yourself a little bit more space so this leg is straight. So it doesn't go up over the knee. I'm still getting a nice turned out stretch on those hips, and then I'm gonna lean forward a little bit, okay? So whether you're here or here, just make sure it's not right on the kneecap, right? Just lean forward and get a good lower back hip stretch. Figure 4, they call it, and release, okay? So I can put my foot all the way out if I want, and I can slide it up. Let's say that's my range of motion today, or it could go up over my knee. One leg might go up over the knee. Then I'm just gonna lean forward till I feel a stretch, and I feel it. So I'm gonna breathe a couple of rounds. Good, and you can repeat this figure 4 stretch on both legs, okay? And some people don't have that knee flexibility either to pull it all the way up. So could be the hip, could be the knee, but we're just stretching. So we're gonna come back in the middle of the chair. I'm gonna hold onto the chair, and I'm gonna pick my foot up. Pick my foot up. Pick my foot up and rock back. Pick my foot up and rock back. Pick my foot up and rock back, and hold it for a sec. Stretch. You can hold under the knee if you want. All right, and now pick my foot up and hold and just hug it. Or if it feels better here, wonderful. Sit back in your chair and let's take a deep breath in. And exhale out. 2 more. Thank you for joining me for your lower body strength for independence. And just go ahead and practice this once or twice a week, and make sure that you're stretching afterwards. Thanks.